ridden around a lot of crazy stuff, like with unicycles, Surons, Telerias. By far, the craziest thing I've ever ridden has to be the Jetson Bolt. Just kidding. It's the Crazy Carts. Specifically, the Crazy Cart V1. And this is the one we're going to be talking about today. This was one of the first carts that I actually managed to get my hands on, and it was a piece of shit. The original V1 Crazy Cart had a 24-volt motor and two 12-volt batteries, and it was slow as shit. The seat was originally right here, but we moved it back so there was more legroom. We installed a 36-volt LiPo battery with the 3D printed case that does not fit this because it is not meant for this, because the frame is a little different on the V2 versions. Can fit right under there. This one, yeah, no, ain't gonna fit there. You could tell it was a V1. These things were dangerous. And marketed to kids, which is wild. The V2 resolved most of the safety issues, but it had a flimsy fork that would wobble around like crazy, just prone to flipping over. More so now that I've moved this seat back. When it was up forward, you had a bit of a chance, but now that it's moved back, this thing will flip around every drift, every corner, unless you tuck yourself forward as best as you can as you're making that turn. I know you guys are asking, oh, why do you move it back? Why do you make it so unsafe? It's because back here, we originally had the original battery that was here. It lived back here, but it couldn't accommodate for a larger battery, so we had to move the seat back, more comfort, and we could mount one of these on here, which still needs a little bit of work. One of the biggest things as to why these flipped the most was because of that kind of narrow wheelbase on the back. With these, you would see that the wheels were a little bit more spaced out. So you go on some forums talking about crazy carts, everyone says avoid the Gen 1. Now, I didn't want to get rid of this. I still ride it. You just got to be careful. It is still rocking the old 24-volt motor. I just overvolted it with a 36-volt LiPo. And it does the job, you know. I don't think you would want it to be going too fast, considering you can't really drift around corners. That's it. But it's definitely fun to just kind of rip around parks and back alleys, just hoping that you don't die. We will eventually talk about the Gen 2s and the Gen 3 DLX models, but that will be for another video. Another videos. And we probably won't be talking about this little guy right here. I got a little one on the way, and this is what he's gonna be riding. It's plastic, it's basic, but you get him into it. Let's take her out for a rip, see how she does. So here we go, the Razor Crazy Cart, V1. I didn't charge the battery full, or at least I forgot to turn off the switch before recording this, so, which might not be a bad thing. But you got your drift bar on the side here, and we are going to try to not flip the thing today. This thing's not very fast. It'll do about 25 kilometers, maybe, but I don't think you would want to do any more than that. I don't really know how well my audio is here, but because the cart is very loud. But just for going around the park, she ain't bad. I'll show you what I mean here about the short wheelbase on the bottom. That is what causes most flips. Is the fact that it's so short that if you try and drift, ooh, you have that wheel kind of lifting up. Now I ain't going far just because my battery's pretty low, but this was just kind of our entry. But I'll show you what I mean. When you try and do a 360 because that short wheelbase, that wheel is already lifting off the edge. Oh, see? She likes to lift. And that's not good. Woo! Woo! She's still plenty fun though. A little squirrely. No suspension. That fork is quite narrow. But she's alright. She's got no brakes either, so. Oh. I am running very low on battery. She is only 36 volt. I can't remember the size of it, but I remember it being small. So hopefully we can get her home and I don't have to call anyone to pick me up. Woohoo! We got the bump. Oh. It's plenty fast for this thing. Oh. She's also prone to getting the death wobble, so we'll be watching out for that. But too close. Battery. Yeah, that's pretty well all I wanted to go into with the V1 model. This thing is not the best crazy cart out there. If you see one in your marketplace, I would probably avoid it. You can tell the difference between the V1 and the newer models over there with the way the frame is. You can stick a battery box back here on the newer models, but not with this one here. Plus it has the flimsy fork that likes to wobble around, and that seat will be further up right here with the batteries in the back. Try looking out for these models here. This one's custom dried out, but you can tell. But yeah, that's pretty well it, guys. Like, subscribe. See you in the next video. Yeah.